want to cover Nick Fuentes complaining that he doesn't feel like a white nationalist anymore.
The halftime show was in Spanish and all the performers were brown people. The message was, this is what America looks like, a mosaic
I'm gonna grape sent $20 and said
of
this.
Latin peoples. Clearly it was political. Clearly it was a middle finger to white people. Weird take. Are you even a white nationalist at this point?
Honestly, I don't.
The reason why he said that, by the way, the reason why he said that is because he initially had a take where he initially had this take.
And it's like, oh, we can't be who we are because the left is picking on us. Oh, we're being oppressed because the left is mad. They're canceling us for saying men can't be women. One is so hyper political and uninspired and sad and weak and basically just like a bitch fest. And the other is like, no, we are the world. Like, our message isn't even political. Our message is just the way things are. And so I said it on Telegram. This is my honest prognosis. If we embrace that, whatever that was, the Kid Rock halftime show, we're cooked. It's just over. Okay, Kid Rock sucks. Nobody under the age of 40 knows a single Kid Rock song. Nobody is listening to Kid Rock. And anybody that is watching that is pretending to like it because they're spitefully sitting out and self-ghettoizing away from the real halftime show. And honestly,
it's pretty crazy. I feel like he literally took, I'm not even kidding when I say this. I feel like he literally took my commentary and he's just verbatim saying the same shit. I said bar for bar the exact same thing in a critical way where I was like, the right is actually self-isolating. They come across as repulsive to the average person. They're deciding to like forego things that normies enjoy and things that normies consume in an effort to like, behave like activists.
Tending to be offended. It's literally fake outrage, self-ghettoizing, being overly political, pretending to like the things because of the values they purport to have. In other words, we have become the kind of far left in a certain sense.
That's true. Tucker, Reese, Jacobin, these guys watch you. I mean, I'm sure.
The same kind.
Maybe that's the reason why fucking Asmongold every now and then is like repeating things that I've said, but maybe months ago, because he gets it filtered through Nick Fuentes, because he just repeats whatever the fuck Nick Fuentes is saying. And Nick Fuentes, if he's repeating what I'm saying, then Asmongold ends up repeating what I'm saying, but later down the line, like a week after.
Kind of behavior that I think alienated the normies from the left 10 years ago. So I thought it was a big L. I was watching that and just felt like depressed. I'm watching this show and I'm like, it's boring. The costumes suck. The production sucks. The songs suck. The lyrics are weird. The acts are weird. I'm like, if this is the best we have to offer, I think everybody's going to go with Latino futurism. If the white right, if the best we have to offer is this sad, dying gasp of white culture, it's like some white trash country hip hop artist from Detroit from the 90s. If that's the best we have to offer, people are going with liberal hegemony. And if liberal hegemony is not giving a middle finger in their face, people are going to go with it. In other words, white people are going to feel better being included in liberal hegemony and being included in Hollywood and included in the Super Bowl and included in the Grammys. As long as white people feel like they're not actually being like deliberately offended and oppressed, they're going to prefer that. So we need to come up with something different. The kind of Matt Walsh grumbling about the halftime show every year like it's the end of the world. It's just not attractive.
This kid doesn't know what he's talking about. No, he's 100%. I kind of copying the takes that I had about this already, but this time from a perspective that is trying to preserve whatever remains of like right-wing art or trying to create right-wing art, which is already a silly solution because there is no such thing. Okay? His interpretation here is 100% on the ball. It's correct. He's mad that the right has no real cultural output. They don't. the right oftentimes is far too mad to make something funny, right? They don't have the creativity to follow through on a project and make something that is noteworthy, make something that will cause people to feel emotions. It's just pure reactionary nonsense. And they never actually had any cultural cachet. I said it in the beginning when everyone was like, oh, the right is having its moment in the spotlight. Like, this is it's now their town. It's now their show and we're living in it. It was bullshit. It was never their show. There was a little bit of, corporate. There was a little bit of that, like corporations moving in the direction of like anti-woke, but it was never going to have a long shelf life. Because what's the modern version of right-wing content? What's the modern version of right-wing culture? Tom McDonald? Really? That's the guy you're going to listen to? No, you're just going to force yourself to listen to that. You're going to force yourself to listen to that and feel like you're doing activism, which was one of the more annoying aspects of 2016 era woke anyway. Yeah, I can't wait to only consume Kill Tony, whose podcast is unironically carried by the guests that he has that aren't actually right-wing shitheads. This is their art, yeah.
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, then they celebrated after they killed him. They tried to tell us that Black Lives Matter and that white people have always been villains. They burning flags in the streets and they scream at police, taking illegals to prison. They got rainbows on their bedroom walls and they swear to God that men can be women. They're scrolling through their TikToks to get the news. They heard that Trump's a fascist. They swear it's true. They set fire to Minnesota. We smell the fumes. They say that guns are dangerous. Guess they're the proof. They'll shoot that red hat off your head, then make a meme of your last breath.
You're really going to tell me you can listen to this? You can shake your ass to this? You can shake your booty to this shit? You can fuck to this? This is nothing. This is garbage. Okay? Yeah, Blink 1488. He's even got a fucking lower lip tattoo that says hog. That's it. And Nick realizes that, but he's still LARPing as though there's an alternative. He's still acting like there is some sort of cultural cachet that the right could develop, some art that they could make. They can't. Anyway, here's him fucking getting mad and saying, "Oh, I prefer Zog now."
The halftime show was in Spanish and all the performers were brown people. The message was, this is what America looks like, a mosaic of Latin peoples. Clearly it was political. Clearly it was a middle finger to white people. Weird take. Are you even a white nationalist at this point?
Honestly, I don't feel like one anymore. I feel like, do I want America to be a white country? Yes. I'm pro-white, but the movement has just been captured by losers and idiots. I'm kind of just done pandering.
Yeah, says you, motherfucker. Like, yeah, no shit. Yeah, maybe it's because he's Mexican, bro. All it took was watching a little bit of Bad Bunny for him to have this this reawakening of La Raza that spoke within him. He was watching the halftime Super Bowl show and his hips started shaking a little bit and he was like, "Oh my God, mi gente, what is happening? Representation matters, dude." Turns out that's what it was about. Turns out that's all this was. Te amo. I love Bad Bunny.
I fucking hate these people. When
You had to come to Jesus moment. Yeah.
I look at
30 seconds of Ricky Martin. You know? It's like when you play Egyptian music for your cat to see if they remember. Is that a thing that people do?
what the movement has become, like the kind of impulses that have captured it, it's just kind of depressing. And I've always been forward thinking and I've always been heterodox and I've always been progressive in a way. And increasingly, I don't feel like I fit in with that anymore. It used to be the case.
Dog, you're literally a neo-Nazi. That's so funny. His claim to fame until this last like fuck Israel run was straight up comparing miscegenation to bestiality. He said like a black person and a white person getting married or hooking up with one another is like a white person fucking an animal, like straight up. They remember? Okay.
Case that if you were against white genocide, if you're pro-white, if you're against immigration, like that is what it meant to be on our side. Now it's like you have to be a Republican culture warrior. I have to be spun up about the Super Bowl halftime show. It's just so
I did not
low
hate
IQ.
it. What are you saying? I did not hate it at all. I thought it was cute. I thought it was wonderful. Hassan on me. Stop. No, I didn't. You're being ridiculous.
It's so low IQ. It's so monotonous, so
Yeah, I wonder why the purest form of reactionary sentiment led by a gay Mexican manlet neo-Nazi, which is already inherently stupid. Like, you can be a class traitor as a rich guy who advances socialism. Okay? Because at the end of that isn't like death. But you can't be a Mexican Nazi because neo-Nazis want to eradicate Mexicans. Like, your entire identity is a contradiction. They want to eradicate the gays. They want to eradicate the Mexicans. You're both. And now he's like having this fake identity crisis. Don't worry. He'll fucking snap back into his whatever the most favorable position is tomorrow. But it's just funny.
repetitive. You're screaming at the halftime show because it's in Spanish. Am I supposed to do this performative outrage? Why? I'm supposed to get up out of my seat? Who gives a fuck? No, I don't think I fit in anymore because, I'm telling you this. We've reached the high watermark of that stuff. I've been doing this for 10 years. I was into this before it was popular, before it was mainstream, and now it's filled with a bunch of complete fucking idiots. It's really just turned into signaling that you're a part of an in-group. And we're all going to have the same take, and we're all going to have the same opinion, and we're all going to say the same thing.
He's like Kanye. He's a hipster Nazi.
And we're all going to engage in this elaborate performance. I don't know who it's for, why. We're all going to perform outrage. We're all going to perform and do the same jokes. And we're all going to have the same talking points. I don't know. It's no longer interesting to me. It's no longer interesting. It's not funny anymore. It's not edgy. It's really just become a drag. At one point, we were the trolls, and now we're the butthurt ones. There was a point in time when we were having fun and we were laughing and we were trolling and we were making jokes. And now our side are the biggest butthurt faggots of all time. The far right has become the biggest butthurt faggots ever. Everybody's mad all the time. You can't make jokes. Everyone's moral fagging about everything. Purity spiraling.
Guys, he can say that. Come on. We're not going to do this. Okay? we're not going to tell a gay man that he can't say the F slur. We're being too woke. We're being too woke. How many public dates with a man have you gone on? A man wearing cat ears. Because Nick Fuentes has at least been on one. And on top of that, he's had a public fallout with his college roommate that he was in love with. So I feel like at that point, if you cop Dome from Sex Pestiny on camera, you could probably say it.
At the end of the day, people don't even really have a vision for what the country should be.
Nazi defending liberal Twitter mob coming after you for this one again? Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. Those guys can chirp into the wind all day.
I mean, half the people complaining about the halftime show aren't even white nationalists. They don't even know what the fuck they are. They just have these grievances. They don't care if America... Do you think Megyn Kelly gives a shit if America's white or not? Megyn Kelly is bitching about it. Like, you think Megyn Kelly is based? Megyn Kelly's screaming, the Super Bowl should be unifying. It should be in English. You think Megyn Kelly's a white nationalist? She isn't. She's just pandering to, like, I don't know, this, like, really bitter, like, white resentment politics. I've always said...
That's literally white nationalism. He's just mad. Dude, yeah, I wonder... Wow, I can't believe Megyn Kelly is demonstrating bitter white resentment that is often performative and also completely indecipherable and does not move the conversation in a discernible direction. Yeah, that's you, dumbass. This is a WASP nationalist country, and you still constantly fucking complain about white people losing it. And they say the right doesn't have infighting. Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it, to be fair. I enjoy watching right-wing infighting. It's just kind of funny, though, because, you know, the reason why normally there isn't a lot of right-wing infighting is because they all kind of get it. They all kind of get that this is what they do. They just chirp into the wind about nonsensical bullshit. They turn around and complain about, you know, white people being under attack when no such reality exists. They oftentimes offer the wrong prescriptions or the wrong solutions to the problems that they're recognizing that, like, you know, white working class people experience as well. Sometimes it's deliberate. They know what they're doing. If they're, you know, wealthy themselves, they're deliberately dividing the working class. It's really funny to watch him complain about this shit, though. To be like, wow, well, our movement sucks. Yeah, no shit, dude. It's a fucking... It's a bunch of Nazis. Of course your movement sucks.
Said this. I want to imagine a better future. I'm actually a progressive. And this kind of like Oliver Anthony, Matt Walsh, like knuckle dragging, like bitter ass face thing. We're all going to be grumpy and mad. I've never been on board with that. I've always seen it as defeatist and fucking pathetic and basically just...
Can we talk about the leftist version of what he's going on about? Bad Bunny is actually commodified cultural spectacle deployed by the NFL as bread and circus mass sedation for late-stage capitalism. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. That's why I said he's the ultra. He's the bad empanada of the right. That's what it is. Like, they're obviously not on the same moral playing field whatsoever. I'm saying they're diametrical opposites when it comes to their morality, when it comes to their vision, I guess, of what a decent future would look like. It's just that their methods are identical. Like, utterly devoid of solutions, no interest in pragmatism whatsoever. Just simply constantly in a state of critique, endless amounts of critique. And that's what this is. It's saying that bad empanada is actually sedating the revolutionary potential of the third world by giving them the culture of spectacle instead of taking up arms and rising against and demanding that the proletarian vanguard be developed against the imperial hegemony. Like, Bad Empanada should have, blown up the Super Bowl stadium with weapons. Or not Bad Empanada, Bad Bunny. They both have bad in it. Sorry. A real Bad Bunny, if he was a real one, if he was a real revolutionary, he would have fucking blown up the Super Bowl stadium. He would have come out with a cache of weapons and distributed arms amongst the Latin American population so they could go and storm the nearest military installation, But he didn't do that because he's fake. He's phony. That's what it would sound like if you were doing the critique from the left position.
This big loser mentality. The halftime show was in Spanish. Oh, I didn't know that. You're telling me for the first time. It's like, okay. The message was America is full of Latin people. Well, it is. Or do we live in reality? The message is America's full of Mexicans. Okay, America is like a quarter Hispanic. So,
I mean, he's like, it'd be really funny if he turned around and was like, I'm fucking Mexican for Christ's sake.
Like, I don't know, like, get real. It was clearly a middle finger to white people. I didn't really feel like that at all. It just, that message wasn't really there. But you see what you want to see, and you can go on fucking Oliver Anthony Island and be seething about it. All these various events over the past 6 months, it's just like, get me out of here. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Charlie Kirk was a time traveler. Hands off Venezuela. Hands off Greenland. I support ICE, but they're being too mean. The Super Bowl's in Spanish. It's like, this is not something that I fuck with at all. Lunatics are running the asylum. People that 9 months ago were woke are now telling us what's based. I don't know. I'm not a part of it.
Anon 83 cent $20. The halftime show was in
I can smell Nazi fans saying that you don't care because you're Mexican, you read what you sow. I don't know. I mean, I think he has a cult of personality around him. Like, they knew he was Mexican before this, right? I don't think they're going to pull that ripcord at the first sight of, like, friction. But who knows? Chatter wasn't lying. That's so stupid. Coming from a lunatic is so funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Candace Owens fan that called out Israel is now refusing to resign from Trump's commission. Oh yeah, I forgot to cover this.
Really?
Trump's Religious Liberty Commission was derailed by a fight over Candace Owens. The woman taking Owens' side here is former Miss California Carrie Prejean.
Appreciate it if you